What's up, Truth Team? Y'all, this is what I get for trying to do too much too soon because I'm feeling awful again. But hey, got to keep the content going. Now, like I told y'all in the last video, if you haven't watched my last video, it's linked in the description of the this video, okay? So, y'all already know we have been breaking down the aftermath of the OBLOCK trial for a minute, and there's so many pages to get through that it's kind of hard to even like keep up with what pieces go with what. But one thing that we have been waiting over a year for is finally the government responded to the defendants' motions, post-trial motions, okay? And it's 100 and I believe like 30 pages. I decided I'm just gonna break it down in parts because y'all know we get a little sidetracked a little bit, okay? So what made me start with this particular part is because C Murder, okay, aka Charles Liggins, one of the defendants on the OBLOCK case, posted to his IG, or someone on his behalf posted to his IG and say that ain't me in that video. Yeah, let's get into it.
We have Mickey Truth.
Who is this? You got Mickey Truth kicked out.
Shout out Mickey.
Let's get one thing clear. This your girl Mickey Truth. Now, y'all remember this video leaking online, right? And everybody was like, OMG, we can see who is who. And remember now, I did a reaction. That video is still available on my channel. And I told y'all, you really can't see who it is. Now, it's some like structures of the body and stuff and you may can assume, but you can't see who it is. Now, however, though, this is nevertheless part of the evidence that was used to guess what? Convict the OBLOCK 6. Now, this part in particular, you see this person ain't in no rush, just scrolling up the steps. Well, according to C Murder, he was identified as this person. And he said, no, that's not me. So he took to his Instagram to write the following caption with clips of this video, all right? And let me pull it up on the screen, y'all. Like, I'm doing this in real time, so I'm going to continue to let it play. Now, I'm going to be honest. That person look like they ain't no rush to get nowhere, okay? So, C Things Instagram page. I said C Things, C Murder. Y'all bear with me, okay? He said this. Let me just pull up the page so y'all can see it. All right. So, he said this was clear situation where a person was wrongly identified or convicted despite clear differences of appearances. Mistaken identity, wrongful convictions can happen due to unreliable witness testimony. This guy is clearly bald-headed. Oh, well, let's say bold-headed. This can't be Charles, who the witnesses claim to be him. Okay? Say, go do the research. Hey, and that's they say, go do the research. Now, with that being said, it brings me to the document because, like I said, the government has responded to all of this, and one of the things was being identified in these videos. So let's get into the paperwork on that, okay? And as y'all can see, the section is titled Video Identifications, okay? Now, with that, it says a jury observed video from Parkway Gardens the day of the shooting. Government Exhibit 2000. All right, that's very important. So as we go through the witness summary by the government, remember they're gonna say 2000. So that means the video is what the witnesses have pointed out to be them. All right, now y'all know we're not gonna go verbatim, okay? So it says 5 independent witnesses identified one or more of the defendants in images and video derived from security footage taken from multiple cameras in Parkway Gardens, a compilation of which was amended into evidence as Government Exhibit 2000. These independent witnesses identified the defendants as footage times consistent with one another as described below. So basically, they say not only did that informant say this was C murder at this time, we got another informant that said it was this person at this time. We got that witness over there saying it was. So that's how they came up to collectively say, hey, it has to be this person because we got everybody on the same page. Now, what some people may not know is that one witness in particular, which was David Salon, it was an issue with his identification that they had to have sidebars about prior to him taking the stand, because originally he wasn't able to identify somebody on the video, but at trial or the week of trial when he was set to take the stand, then he said, oh yeah, I can identify. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah. Okay. But like I said, I'm still breaking down the transcript. We're going to get into more of that later on. But yeah, just keep that in mind. Now, it breaks down who identified who. So David Salon, which is the OBLOCK informant, okay, he not only identified C Murder, as you can see here, said that he knew him. He said that C Murder is a leader in OBLOCK, all that, okay? He recognized Liggins, who is C Murder, and testified to that extent. Now, as y'all can see, if we keep going down, Salon identified Liggins in Government Exhibit 2000, meaning the video, okay, at the 14-minute and 52-second mark, okay, which is Liggins in the stairwell at Parkway Garden. Now, we can't see, I'm trying to see, I can't see the time on that video, okay, to say exactly what part of the video is at. But nevertheless, hey, you got a person saying, hey, I know these guys for years. That's him. Okay? This is why not only having a video was damning, but having a person that's saying, yeah, that video is accurately showing this person, basically, seal the deal. Okay? So not only did Salon testify that it was C Murder, he also did Loaf, he did C Thing, he did Muwab. However, it says he only identified Liggins, Olford, Thomas, and Smart in the courtroom. Like he was saying, yeah, that's Marcus Smart. Now, what they don't say is this now. If Marcus, like if he pointed at Muwab, they didn't say like, okay, Muwab is exactly who I saw in the video. They're just saying, hey, he said, yeah, that could be Muwab in that video right there. Or that could be C Murder in that video right there. Oh, but yeah, who I know to be Muwab is right there. You see how it all tie in together? Now, the next one, the YouTuber who is the government informant, of course, identified everybody. Everybody on the government is exhibit 2000. And it says exactly what mark they identified the person. And I mean, we already knew that. But when it came to in the courtroom, he was only able to identify Liggins, Robeson, and Olford. He was not able to identify Muwab. That's interesting. How can you know a person in a picture or a video, but if you see them face to face, you don't know? But, you know, whatever. Now, remember, TG, Terrence Garrett, was one of the witnesses, grand jury witnesses, that they wanted to take off from the identification. Because guess what? He couldn't identify everybody at first either. Yeah. So it was a whole thing on the sidebars. Of course, we ain't know that until after the trial was over. Now, he says a lot like they followed everybody on social media to keep up with what they was doing. But ultimately, he testified that he knew who Liggins was and he identified him in the government exhibit 2000. Goes on to do Olford, goes on to do Thomas, and also goes on to do Muwab. However, in the courtroom, he was only able to identify Liggins, Olford, and Thomas. Now, that stands out. Because I'll be honest, Muwab's hair was different, but he looked the same in the face. I don't know if that threw people off because I'm still confused. How can you recognize? And you know what? I'm not even confused. Let me just plant this in your mind. That just goes to show Muwab was known to have a low cut with waves. So automatically people gonna say, yeah, that's him. Low cut with waves. Yeah, that's him. Y'all know everybody his waves stood out. Now that he don't have waves though, it's like, I don't know. But his face is still the same. So they going off the haircut. Now that's just my unwanted opinion. They going off the haircut. All right, let's keep going. So who is this? Not y'all like cousins. So Ofer was identified by Coleman. Who is this? Tiffany Huff, which is Los's baby mama. Obviously, she knows her baby daddy. But she also recognized C murder. And she was impeached, meaning her testimony was different than what she gave at the grand jury. And said that it basically gave her one too. And still identified him. All right, now her testimony says, remember, she is the one who is supposed to put Muwap in the car after the murder, right? So it says Huff testified knowing defendant Smart as Muwap and recognized him in government exhibits. Huff agreed that she had laid eyes on Smart in Parkway Gardens and that she assumed she had seen Alfred and Smart together on August 4th. Huff also agreed that she, Alfred, and Smart were in the same space on August 4th. So, again, how can she agree other than y'all pose a question like, so if you assume it was him on August 4th, that means y'all was together, right? So they can pose a question that way. Now, I do got her testimony. We'll go over that at another time. So basically, that's the identification. Ultimately, like I said, my stance is still the same. You don't know who is who on that video. Okay, and like I gave y'all an example of Muwap, it was the waves. Okay, now is he the only guy in OBLOCK with at the time with a low cutting waves? No, but when you put 2 + 2 + 2 + 2, it start adding up to me like, okay, so if you saying it was him and him, yeah, that's definitely Muwap with waves and video. Even though we don't see his face, even though only one person identified him in the court. Okay, and that was Salon. And I mean, when you're a government informant, you're getting paid for it. You're going to identify you again. I mean, I'm just saying. And you fighting cases. Now, that's just my one, too. But, hey, we got more to break down. Like I said, I try not to do these videos too long because y'all know the ADHD be kicking in. Y'all let me know y'all unwanted opinions in the comments, and I'll catch you on the next one. And like I said throughout the video, that's my opinion. And if you don't like it, guess what?
I'm like, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Hold on, wait, before I go, y'all make sure y'all tap in with me to book your slot. A lot of y'all be hitting me up on Instagram and the email wanting to just talk about content, whether you're an up-and-coming content creator or somebody just got questions about cases or whatever. Book your consultation with me now. The information is on the screen. Hey, make sure you get your slot, because my slots be filling up fast.
This is the weakest, give a fuck about what they scream.
Holla!
Shout out Mickey. Mickey, you gonna be big. Like,
yeah,
I'm trying to conquer the world, coming from where I come from. Hey, this your girl, Mickey Truth, #1 blogger in South Carolina. #1 blogger in South Carolina.